Some cats are already special, but then you meet a cat with extra toes. And suddenly, it feels like nature added a small surprise detail. That is exactly what an American polydactyl cat is, a cat that has more toes than usual, often looking like it is wearing tiny mittens or soft gloves. This unique feature comes from a natural genetic trait, and it has existed for a very long time, especially in North America, where these cats became common in coastal areas. A typical cat has 5 toes on the front paws and 4 on the back paws, but a polydactyl cat can have 6, 7, or even more. This gives their paws a wider shape, sometimes looking almost like small human hands, which many people find both unusual and charming at the same time. Even though it may look different at first, this condition is completely natural, and it does not mean the cat is unhealthy. In fact, many of these cats live normal and active lives, climbing, jumping, and playing like any other cat, and sometimes even better, because those extra toes can give more grip and balance. This can help when climbing or when catching toys and small objects. If you look closely, you might notice that each extra toe has its own claw and its own structure, not just a simple extension, which makes their paws even more interesting to observe. Over time, people started to see these cats as symbols of good luck, especially sailors in the past. They believed polydactyl cats were excellent hunters and could keep ships free from rats because of their strong and wide paws. They were also believed to have better balance on moving ships, which made them even more valuable during long sea journeys. This belief helped spread their popularity in port cities, where many of these cats were born and raised. Even today, you can still find more of these cats in those areas, quietly continuing a long history that many people do not notice. Some people think these cats belong to a specific breed. And here is a small but important detail. In most cases, American polydactyl is not a breed in the strict sense, but a description of a physical trait. That means any cat, no matter its breed or mix, can be born with extra toes if it carries the gene. At the same time, some smaller cat registries now recognize the American polydactyl as its own specific breed, so you may hear both ideas depending on the source. The gene behind this trait is dominant, which means if one parent has it, there is a strong chance the kittens will have it too, often around half of them. This helps the trait continue across generations. Despite their unique look, caring for a polydactyl cat is almost the same as caring for any other cat. There is just one detail to remember. Their extra toes can make nail trimming a bit more challenging because there are more claws to check and maintain. If these claws are not trimmed properly, they can grow into the paw and cause discomfort. So regular grooming becomes very important. Aside from that, they eat the same food, need the same care, and show the same range of personalities. Some are playful and energetic, while others are calm and independent. Many owners also say these cats feel more interactive and expressive, although this is based on personal experience, not strict scientific proof. When it comes to health, most polydactyl cats do not have problems related to their extra toes. In rare cases, if the toes are not formed properly, it can affect how they walk. But this is something a veterinarian can easily check. There is even a world record, with a cat having 28 toes, 7 on each paw, which shows just how far this trait can go. Overall, these cats are not just about appearance. They show how small genetic changes can create visible differences in the world around us. They also remind us that something unusual can become something appreciated and loved over time. For anyone thinking about adopting a cat, finding a polydactyl cat can feel like discovering something rare, even though they are not as uncommon as they seem. At the end of the day, whether a cat has the usual number of toes or a few extra, what really matters is the connection, the daily routine, the quiet moments, and the simple joy of having a companion at home. Extra toes do not change that. They just add a little more character to an already meaningful experience. So, the next time you see a cat with what looks like tiny thumbs, take a moment to appreciate that small detail. It carries a long story of genetics, history, and human connection, all in one soft paw. And sometimes, that is the kind of story that stays with you longer than expected because it feels simple, real, and quietly fascinating. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I am currently working toward my goal of 1,000 subscribers so I can finally monetize this channel and turn this passion into a sustainable part of my future. This is my unfiltered diary of solo living in the Philippines, and your support helps me keep this channel growing. If you would like to help out even more, you can check out the Buy a Treat for My Pets link in the description. My dogs definitely appreciate the love. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next update. Thank you for being such an important part of this journey. I will see you in the next one.